Success Club, and I will be guiding you guys through the second leg of the session today. Neha has already explained to you the theoretical aspects of infographics, like what exactly an infographic is, what you can take out from an infographic, and also how to plan your infographic. Now, what I personally feel is no matter how much you learn theoretically, until and unless you implement it in some aspect, the learning is incomplete. That is what I'll be doing for you guys today. I'll be imbibing some fun into the beautiful theoretical aspects taught to you by Neha earlier. Because no matter what you do, learning without execution is like, as you can see, a problem without a solution. I will show you a few infographics that I made in a simple way to guide you through a scenario which I'll be describing to you in some time. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump in. Now, life in a metro, an IT employee's version. This is the story that I've built around to create some infographics. There's an imaginary guy named Pavan. No, it's not me. By the way, I don't live in Delhi too. There's an imaginary guy who's also an IT employee. His name is Pavan. He stays in a metro city called Delhi. His office timings are same as most of us, 9 to 6. I can see the wry smile on some of the faces out there. And also, the poor guy had an interview the next day to attend at 9 a.m. There's a guy named Pavan who stays in Delhi, who's also an IT employee, and his office timings are 9 to 6, and he has an interview the next day. But the poor fellow's sleeping habits had other plans. What happened next is to be known pretty quickly. He had to wake up at 9 a.m., but this poor fellow overslept by 2 hours and he woke up at 11. All his interview plans shattered, but what could he do? At this point, what I did was I gathered theoretical data of average sleeping time of all the individuals in different age groups given by National Sleep Foundation. For example, the average sleeping time of a toddler between 0 to 1 years of age was 14 hours per day, and we all wanted to grow up as quick as possible. 14 hours of day, my dear friends. 14 hours a day. Okay, back to the topic. What I did was I created a bar graph over here. At in the x-axis, I placed all the different age groups, and in the y-axis, I placed the minimum time in hours. So you can see Pawan's age group was 18 to 25, and the average time is 7 to 8 hours, and this person slept for 10 hours. I know he's up for a role right now, but what can we do? Metro city, loads of traffic, and no, we don't know what was waiting for him in the store. In this way, whatever theoretical data you get, you can either create a bar graph to illustrate it in a better way. See what I did here. I just took some theory and showed you with the help of a bar graph. And now, little did he know how the situation was outside. It was already 11 and he had to rush to stand any chance. The mercury levels, as you can say, it's the month of January in Delhi. In September, it's around 38 average, and at the same way, you can see January. What the average temperature is 11 degrees Celsius. It's chilling outside. I don't know what he will do, but yeah, what I did here was I took out the average temperatures of Delhi from Google and just created a normal curve which better illustrates. I mean, you call someone and tell him that average temperature of Delhi in September is, October is, November is, becomes too lengthy. Just show him this infographic and In one picture, he gets an information worth 5 to 10 lines, minimizing the effort and at the same time maximizing the information too. I place the months in the x-axis and the temperatures in the y-axis, and it's a simple was designed using a simple PowerPoint curve. That's the best part. When climate and calamity are in a tandem, my dear friends, he stepped out of his house, daring the temperature, but there was another tea waiting to give him a talismanic experience of living in a metro city. The traffic. He had to reach from Karol Bagh to Hastinapur. You see this pie chart over here? He's at Karol Bagh. The traffic is pretty minimal over here. But he had to pass through Vasant Vihar. Ahaha. Look at the red part in the pie chart and the picture behind you. This is Vasant Vihar's traffic situation, and he had to rush through the place, which is not possible at this point of time. You get the idea of what I did here. I depicted the traffic levels of different areas through which he's got to pass to reach his destiny using a pie chart. You look at the traffic levels of Vasant Vihar, which are at the highest. Hastinapur is pretty safe, and then there's Rajiv Chowk, which most of you Delhiites must be knowing is a junction of kind of thing. The traffic levels are obviously high at those places, and this being 11 a.m. timing, all the IT employees will be on roads. This is an effective way of representing any situation. Not only this traffic, you could have also represented the previous sleep timings thing using a pie chart. Now he's finally reached the place and look at his profile, my dear friends. Here I used infographics to illustrate how this person built his profile. And this also brings in one more advantage of infographics. You can also build effective resume or a profile using them. Look what this person did. In the display picture, he put the picture of an owl. A picture of an owl? Seriously? And look what is wrote in the description. I want this job. Give me this job. I definitely need this job. There's a ground in my backyard. That's my background. And the languages which he knows are nowhere near to reality. Favorite activity is sleeping, eating, sleeping. And some that the smileys in the bottom give you a better picture of what exactly is he trying to do. Is he fooling around with the interviewer? If I was the interviewer or any of you was a one, this would have been a waste paper by now. And now it I get to an important aspect of keeping fun aside and getting back to reality. How exactly infographics can be useful in building your profile or a resume. A good picture template, a good about me page, a succinct background information. See, you can see there's not much text and it's pretty easy for an interviewer too to just look at it instead of tons of text resumes which all of us prepare. It gives you the clear picture of what kind of hobbies you have and what kind of achievements you've done. You can see in the bottom five you worked in five companies and different kinds of travel information, and at the same time your background gives him a clear picture in one or two lines about what exactly you are. Finally, the interview ended and it was time for some feedback. How what exactly do you expect from a person who puts the picture of an owl in his profile and gives a wonderful background information like that? Let's see what the feedback survey had for him. Here I created an infographic using an online tool called PictoChart for a candidate feedback survey to understand what exactly a candidate felt having been interviewed by esteemed individuals at Pakhandi IT firm. You can see the different types of questions asked over here, like how do you evaluate your interview experience? Did the interview start on time? And will you recommend us to your friends as an employer? This tool called PictoChart gives you a lot of options for creating infographics, like the pictures of these people and all these emoticons in the interview process thing, and at the same time the stars, the ratings thing, which you could see over here, and also the simple bar graphs. It's a congregation of all the tools required to make effective infographics like this. Now, coming back to our story, what exactly does this candidate feedback survey contain? You can see the first question, how would you evaluate your interview experience? It shows different kinds of emoticons. The first one is totally distraught, and the last one is totally excited. That shows you what exactly these emoticons are meant for. The first one is meant for giving a very bad rating to the interviewer, and at the same time it increases gradually to 2, 3, 4, and the 5-star rating, the emoticon displays a very happy person. The interview process, how it was. In this, you see different icons which show very good, good, average, or boring, you can say, time taking, and not at all good. The same thing, we've used different colors to represent those bars and we've described it at the bottom. In this way, you can use PictoChart to create effective infographics like this one, a candidate satisfaction survey, or you can also design posters or event invitations in this way. And after going home, now coming back to our story, Pawan went back and checked if unemployed and helpless people like him existed around the globe. What he did was he just took the help of an online search engine to check if what the unemployment rates are around the world. And he wasn't disappointed. A lot of people like him existed around the world. Now, this hasn't been taken from the internet. I used a tool called StatPlanet. I repeat, StatPlanet, StatPlanet, to design this infographic. StatPlanet gives you a macro with which you can edit the data in a given map template in the way you want. What I did was, this map template is given by default in the tool. All I did was I just edited the Excel sheet given along with it and placed the data of unemployment rates across the world from the World Bank website into this one. Now, whatever data you place in the Excel sheet is effectively expressed through maps like this. You can see the countries which are shaded in this dark blue color have an unemployment rate of greater than 11% of total population. So you can see that half of Africa, Middle East, and most of Europe. I was shocked to see these figures, that but you are saying it right, even Europe has a lot of unemployment. Let me show you some more examples. This is one more example of a map infographic, the same one which I told you, but this has been taken straight from the internet. What this Now this my infographic gives you information about the different places from which United States gets its oil. You can argue with me that this is the same, but yes, they are one and the same, but the way of representing both the infographics, this was my purpose of including these two here. The same information, oil imports of US, they can be either described in that more informative way or this, a succinct, more precise way with less fuss. You can see that most of the places are in and around the Middle East. I would leave the detail for some other day, but the purpose of it was showing how map infographics can be used effectively. Now, this one is yet another usage of infographics, of showing you different details about what happens 1 hour after you drink a can of Coke. You can read the theory at a later part by just pausing the video, But this is one more way you can use infographics, describing things, giving more information about existing things in a better and a way that is very engaging, I would say. Generally, you call a person and tell him that Coca Cola contains this, what this happens after 10 minutes, 1 hour, he won't listen to you. But that is that. Now, let me show you a sample infographic of how it can be made. These are the infographics available in PowerPoint, XY curve, spice, bars, area, radar, bar charts, and reports. What I did was I created a sample line, or you can say a curve, to just illustrate how I did this in the mercury levels example which I showed you earlier. You get a template like this which is similar to Excel. You just enter the name of the cities over here, or any indicator for which you want to draw a curve. At this point you can put the names of the cities over here, and you can use that column to indicate what information you want to depict. Here what I did was I used an example of stocks in this city, in these particular cities. There you can see. Now that the background isn't visible, I changed the background of this to a much more visible color. There you can see a beautiful way of depicting information. You could tell someone that these are the stocks of Mumbai, Hyderabad, and he'll be bored. Just show him this picture, and he's very much engaged in the topic. Now, to give you a gist of what other kind of infographics we have, let me illustrate another one for you. I draw an XY curve over here, and there comes the data which we always get. You can put one indicator on x-axis and the other on y-axis, and tabulate whatever values you want. You can see that the chart changes dynamically based on the values you enter here. This can be used for a mathematical purpose also. Most of the time, all the equations. Don't let me take you back to those 10th and 12th standard days. There you see. You can put any indicator on those axes and just present them beautifully in this way. Now to take you back to different kinds of, in this way you can make pies, bars, or the different kinds which we have in our PowerPoint. The purpose of me showing you this was to show you that you don't need to have an online tool to build whatever infographics you want. You can use the simplest of the open source tools in this world, Microsoft PowerPoint, to just illustrate what you learned and present it in an effective way. Now to summarize what should be taken out from this session, that it is the content of an infographic. Make sure that you do not overshoot whatever you're writing or whatever you're depicting. Just make sure it's as precise as you want it to be, and imagine from a consumer's perspective or a student's perspective to whom you're going to depict it. If the information can be represented with the help of normal data, well and good. One thing, understand the purpose why you're using it. There you have the things which can be helpful for you in the design: logical color usage, simple and legible font, and also Infographics, it's in the name itself. In presenting information in a graphical way. Use pictures to your advantage. Now, things to keep in mind before designing an infographic: your goal, the audience, the story. As I built a story today to better explain you the usage of infographics, content, and executing your infographic. Once again, as I told you, and these are the tools which I used to depict to you guys: PictoChart, Canva, StatPlanet for maps, Google Images, and the savior for ages, Microsoft PowerPoint. I thoroughly enjoyed this session with